Once upon a time, there was a quiet corner in the world where small, forgotten treasures had the greatest magic. Today, we're transforming playing cards into an adorable little mini journal, showing that even the simplest items can become something special. It's a quick and sweet project. I'm Ingrid Carlson, and I am so glad you're here, whether you've been with me for a long while, a little while, or if this is your first time. If you are brand new and you like journaling and art and mixed media, then I would love it if you subscribe to the channel and then hit the bell so you get notified anytime a new video comes out. And if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up so that YouTube will push out the video to others that might enjoy it as well. Every day, these playing cards sit unnoticed, their stories untold. But today, we're going to give them new life. I'm going to start off by grabbing a piece of cardstock to form a spine. It's a simple but crucial piece, just like the small moments that connect the stories in our lives. I'm going to cut the spine piece because I want extra room in my journals because I like to add extra stuff in them. I'm going to cut it to be 4.5 by 3 inches. Until one day when we begin to see how these pieces come together. The spine, sturdy and ready, becomes the foundation, and adding the little bits of papers, each one a little blank canvas waiting for its story to be told. And because of that, these pages, all with different textures and colors, bring their own stories. The bits of papers that we add are like fragments of memories that are woven together to create a journal that feels full of life, even before anything else is added inside. Using one of my cards, I'm going to make a little template of how big I want the pages. I'm going to start off by cutting the height, and then I'll fold it to find out what the width would be. But don't forget, when you're doing this part, a really fun trick is to have little tip-ins or fold-ins that you can fold out later on. I think these give journals so much character, and I love adding them. I'm going to add, I think, one to this journal at the end, you'll see, but make sure that you're keeping that in mind when you're cutting it down. Make sure that when you are making your pages to go inside your journals that you don't make them all exactly the same size. It gives so much interest to have them waterfalling widthwise as well as height. There's actually something so peaceful about this process. Just taking your time, feeling the textures of the papers, and watching them come to life as you layer them. These little pieces remind me of how life is made up of small, beautiful moments, each one as unique and special as the next. It's amazing how everything just seems to fit together, isn't it? Like how the little pieces of our day come together to make something meaningful once we're done. Maybe the little pieces on their own aren't that spectacular, but when you add them together and you can see them as a whole, that is where the magic lies. beauty of creating doesn't have to be perfect at all. It's about finding the joy in the process and loving what you're making with your own hands. When you're creating your spine, feel free to just have one fold or however you want to do it. The way that I'm going to do it is a little different because I always seem to add extra magic or ephemera to my pages, and I bulk them up quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is find the center of my cardstock piece. Once I found that center, I'm going to fold in each of the sides to meet that center, and that creates now 3 folds. Then I'm going to find the other fold in between both of those, and that's going to give me 5 folds total. Creating journals doesn't have to be so complicated. So if you want to do a very complicated stitch for your spine, go right ahead. But if that's what's holding you back, just do what I'm doing here. Add 2 holes and then run the thread through and tie it in a knot. It's as simple as that. As I'm attaching the playing card to the spine, I can start getting a glimpse of what it's going to turn out looking like, and I'm starting to get excited here. Sometimes when I'm building a journal, that is the hardest part, is waiting to see what the end product is. But I can tell you that you should just stop and find the joy in the creating. The fourth and fifth fold that I'm adding here is simply just to give my journal more movement so that it's not so stiff and structured. And just like that, our little journal is finally coming together perfectly. The spine connects the covers and the pages fall right into place. It's a simple process, but one that brings so much joy when you see the journal take shape with each step. And now we have the space to decorate. I love this part. It's adding all the little laces, the charms, the bits and baubles. It's the sweet sentiments on the cover that tell us what we can expect to find in between the pages. It's just the little finishing touch that makes this journal uniquely yours. It's adding the final brushstrokes to your painting. Normally, I would have added my button last, but I was so zealous to add it that I just started sewing before I realized that I had not decorated the rest of the cover. But not to worry, it comes together perfectly in the end. And it's just another case to show that it's okay. Perfection needs to be left at the door. When you are creating, just let the creativity process take over. Enjoy the process. Find the joy in the little moments, and it will all come together for you. These adorable sticker brads came from Dollar Tree, and if you missed that Dollar Tree shop with me and haul, I'll have it listed down below in the description. But they are so adorable, and I'm definitely going to run over tomorrow and make sure that I get a few more sheets. As we're adding our finishing touches to this little mini journal, it becomes a reminder that even small, overlooked things can hold great meaning. It's a place where dreams are kept, stories are told, moments are captured, waiting for someone to open it and discover the pages in between. And as I finish up this video, I want to remind you that creativity is all around us, even in the smallest of supplies. I hope that this video has inspired you to see the beauty in the everyday and remember that sometimes the simplest projects can bring the most joy. And as I let you finish watching the process, I just wanted to take a moment and thank you so much for being here. I know there's a million other places you could be or things you could be doing, and I just want you to know how much I really, really appreciate you. And I wanted to let you know, in case somebody else hasn't told you today, you matter. You are important. You are chosen and you are loved so very much. And of course, a huge thank you to my patrons. I love you guys so much. And if you want more information about joining Patreon and joining our lives, and as well as getting printables each month, the information is listed down below in the description of this video. Until next time, love you. Bye.